Hey, it's your girl, Alice D. No, I'm kidding. I liked that in the last video, but whatever. Welcome back to my video. My name is Alice Daedric, and this is my 2020 recap. I mean, 2020 has been quite the year. I mean, a lot of people could say, well, I mean, it's 2020, like everyone just got COVID and had to stay home. Not me. I mean, yes, me, but not me, but I'll get into that. Let's just say I started off coming into 2020 with this idea that, yeah, like 2020 is gonna be my year. This is gonna be my year. I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't my year, but let's just say because of this whole COVID thing, it became my year. Honestly, I came into this new year actually in a different state, and it was snowing. So I was gonna go to New York for the ball drop, and I didn't go just because my friend's parents at the time didn't feel very comfortable with us going, so we decided not to go. And next thing you know, I want to say months later, I decided to cross something really big off of my bucket list, which is just, you know, a no-no. But I decided that I was going to try to become an exotic dancer. And I have footage that I'll insert with that right here. And it's not that it was bad, it was fun. You make a lot of money. And you got, you get a lot of free things, but I mean, I don't know. Then all of a sudden COVID hit, and because of the pandemic, the club that I was working at actually ended up shutting down because in LA, we were going through, I guess, one of the biggest spreads of this, virus that was going around, getting people extremely sick. And there you go, there was no more work. It's like, I think I did it for like a month, and then all of a sudden we were done. I was just like, I remember my manager, he was texting me, he's like, oh, it's gonna reopen this time. Okay, never mind, it's not gonna reopen. And then, oh, it's gonna reopen this time. Then it didn't reopen. And I'm just like, maybe this is a sign. Girl, you need to stop. You need to stop. But anyways, next thing you know, I'm being like kicked out of this place I was living in, like with my significant other and our kid. And that was just, that was so bad. And then I had to move in with these girls that I was friends with, and I don't know, just some crazy drama that just happened between the manager, where I wasn't supposed to be staying there, but I was like, okay, like it was just a temporary thing, and I ended up having to move out in 24 hours with all my stuff, and I had probably been there for like 3 weeks. And my kid had to go to my grandparents' house, and I like became homeless for a cool like couple days or a few days. And we just went into our savings account. We're just like, man, we're just gonna have to get a place now, like for sure get a place. And we had to make some drastic moves, like, and got a really great place. Like after all this downfall that started this first half of the year, literally started turning into like such a great positive for us, that like, although us having this whole pandemic is just so depressing because we don't get to do things or hang out with our friends, our family, or see our loved ones because we have social distancing and everything, it's really been a big turnaround for me personally, just because we have come so far. And not a lot of people know like what we had to go through to get to where we are now. But then it's like another thing was like, then I ended up finding out I was pregnant. And I was like, what? Again? It's in like 5 years. So, but I don't know. I mean, that's a great thing too. That these are literally all stories that could be said on a whole other note, because I can go into some deep detail about all these topics and everything, but I won't go into all of that. But not on top of that, it's like we furnished the place like with no help from family, like nothing except a TV my family member gave us because they just didn't want it anymore. But we ended up having 2 other TVs, so it's like we're doing it. Bought a car, like another car because we needed a car. Ended up getting my dream car. Like we bought my dream car cash. Like there's no payment. And it's 2015. I'll insert a picture right here. She's my baby. But we bought her cash, and that I know it's all materialistic, but it's just like, for me, that is like, whoa, like I don't have to worry about making a payment on this vehicle or possibly ever getting taken away from me unless I park it in the wrong spot and it gets towed. But thankfully, you know, I have designated parking spots that we pay for every month. But it's like, that's a huge accomplishment. A place over our head that is affordable. We never worry about rent, utilities, anything. The car of my dreams. And now we have 3 cars. We went from 0 to 3, and they're running. Like, we can, you know, maintain them. We have I'm not saying that, you know, we have options, but it's like if something happens to one car, it's like we have 2 other ones that could be used. On top of that, being able to get everything for the baby, like just coming home and being in our own space, not cramping our family members, our friends or anything, or bugging them or whatnot. And then I get to be a stay-at-home mom. I mean, granted, I still do school, but because of the pandemic, all school is pretty much virtual. Like, I mean, but it's college. College is, you always have the option of going to school or not going physically to school. And I was just a person that kind of did a half and half. And now that there was a pandemic, I don't have to do it at all. So I'm always just online. I want to say, you know, it was all going up, but I did end up catching COVID. I would not wish that upon my worst enemy. Like, I was sick as a dog. Like, I couldn't eat for like a few days. I had this headache that would not go away. I swear I was taking these like 500 milligram Tylenols, but I would take them like twice. I would take like 2 pills like 3 times a day or 4 times a day. So I was taking like at least like 5,000 milligrams or 4,000 milligrams of Tylenol. Obviously it's safe. I know it sounds like a lot, but if you're taking it within the time period and it's for a real reason, for real pain, then that's why. But I ended up having to get tested, and my mom, she was like, oh, just get the test. You know, we got the thing stuck up our nose and it wasn't that bad. Man, I went to go get that test and they stuck that stick up my nose. I was sitting here just like, oh, Jesus. Like, that hurt. I don't care what anyone says. That thing hurt. It feels like dry cotton is being pushed into your nose, which technically I guess is dry cotton in your nose. But I was like, I was so insecure too. I was sitting here, I was like, man, like what if I have a bunch of boogers up there and they pull like a fat one out? Sorry, I know it's TMI. But I mean, other than that, I mean, the year is ending pretty solid. I mean, I'm over it. I've gotten tested again. I've been tested negative for a while now. Like, I'm able to travel to see my family for the holidays still, like within means, or we do it virtually. It kind of just depends, because sometimes, like, you know, everyone's, you know, good. They're like, oh, you know, like, you know, we're solid. And then with this whole like new lockdown orders everywhere, it's just like, okay, we're gonna have to do something virtual, like virtual birthday parties, virtual opening gifts, virtual Thanksgiving, like all that stuff, just to be on the safe side. We were using Zoom and all that stuff, so it was pretty solid for that too. But I mean, I think now it's like the year's coming to an end. This is why I'm making this video. I'm grateful for where I'm at, and I'm able to now start consistently pushing out my content for you guys, like making sure I'm doing the best of the best that I can. I was able to get the Xbox Series X, which isn't gonna be here for another like 2 or 3 weeks, but still, I'm gonna have it. I'll be able to finally just, you know, do, I guess, better Twitch streaming, because your girl's waiting for that PC system. But until then, we'll see. But other than that, I'm just happy I can entertain you guys. And for those of you who are new, thank you for joining. For those of you who have been here with me, either from the beginning or within the past month or so, I do highly appreciate you guys coming over here, commenting on my things, and just giving me the views and liking my videos. But I hope to see you guys soon. Have a wonderful New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, going into New Year's Day. Please be safe. Don't forget to social distance. Use hand sanitizer. antibacterial spray, whatever. Wear your mask above your nose, please. And I hope all your loved ones and everything stay safe and COVID free. Thank you. See you next year. Bye.